The following compilation features unsettling and spine-chilling tales sourced from Reddit's horror communities. Reader discretion is strongly advised. These narratives may contain graphic descriptions, psychological distress, and themes that could unsettle sensitive individuals. Proceed with caution, as immersion into these eerie stories may provoke fear, unease, and sleep disturbances. Enter this realm of Reddit's creepy horror stories at your own risk, as the line between reality and the macabre may blur within these chilling narratives. I never thought a person could have this kind of power over me. When I took the job at the store, I had no idea how quickly things would spiral out of control. Rachel seemed like an average manager, older than me, sharp, and maybe a little intense, but not out of the ordinary. At first she was just kind, almost too friendly. I brushed it off as her trying to be nice to the new guy. It started small, a few lingering glances, standing a little too close when she spoke to me. Then there were the notes. The first one was simple, left on my desk in the break room. "Hey Adam, I hope you have a great day. Rachel." It seemed innocent enough, even sweet. I chuckled, shrugged it off and went about my work. But then they kept coming. Almost daily there was a new one waiting for me. "You looked really nice today," read one, or "I love your smile," at the bottom of my timesheet. It was strange but harmless, I thought. I figured she was just being friendly, at first. But then the tone started to shift. The notes became more personal, more suggestive. "You've got such strong hands. I bet you're good with them," one read, and I felt a cold sweat break out on my neck. Another, "I can't stop thinking about you. I dream about you." I felt my stomach twist. I started to avoid her, ducking around aisles and trying to stay busy whenever she was nearby. But that only seemed to make her try harder. Her notes grew more intense, more explicit. "I want to feel you against me," she wrote once, the words scrawled in loopy cursive, with a red lipstick stain at the bottom. Another note, slipped into my back pocket when I wasn't looking, read, "You should see what I'm wearing under my clothes right now." I felt trapped, suffocated. I couldn't concentrate. My anxiety skyrocketed. I couldn't sleep at night, and my skin crawled when I saw her out of the corner of my eye. The way she watched me, like a predator stalking its prey, made me feel like I couldn't breathe. I decided I'd had enough. I walked out without notice, without explanation, and never looked back. I didn't care about burning a bridge. I just wanted to be free from her. I blocked her number, changed mine, got my shift changed to nights, and prayed that would be the end of it. For a few weeks it seemed to work. I found a new job and even started dating Lisa, the bartender from my favorite restaurant. Things were getting better. I could finally breathe again. Rachel seemed like a distant, unpleasant memory. Then the letters started. They were in my mailbox, unsigned but unmistakable in her familiar handwriting. The first was almost mournful. "Why did you leave me? We were perfect together." I ripped it up and threw it away, but more came, and they got worse. "You're mine, Adam. You belong to me," one said. And another, "You can't hide from me. I know where you live now." I started finding things left for me. One morning, there was a single red rose under my windshield wiper, the petals stained with what looked like blood. Then a photo of me and Lisa at her bar, taken from a distance. My stomach dropped when I realized she'd been there watching us. I got more paranoid, started looking over my shoulder everywhere I went. My sleep was plagued by nightmares of Rachel's eyes staring at me from the darkness, her voice whispering in my ear. I told myself it was just my imagination, that she'd eventually lose interest. Until the day I came home and found Milo, my cat, nailed to my front door. The sight of him, his small, furry body splayed out in a grotesque parody of a crucifixion, made my blood run cold. His paws were spread, blood smeared across the door, and his mouth was frozen in a silent scream. I stumbled back, my legs shaking, bile rising in my throat. I didn't need a note to know who had done this. I knew. Rachel. Who else would do something so horrific? I called the police, desperate for help, and got a restraining order. They told me they'd look into it, but without proof. There wasn't much they could do. The letters continued, slipping under my door, inside my mailbox, under the windshield wiper. "You'll pay for leaving me," she wrote, and then, "We were meant to be together, forever." I installed a doorbell camera, hoping it would give me some peace of mind. For a while it did. Until one night, a motion alert woke me up. My phone buzzed and I checked the screen. There she was. Rachel's face filling the frame, her eyes wide, unblinking, lips pulled into a grotesque smile. She took a step back, still staring at the camera, and that's when I saw it. She was holding something in her hands. My heart stopped when I realized what it was. A head. Lisa's severed head. I don't remember screaming, but I must have. I don't remember dialing 911, but I did. I remember the officers arriving, the flashing lights, their faces pale and grim. They found her outside, covered in blood, laughing. She didn't even resist. They arrested her and took her away. A year later, she was put on trial. They deemed her mentally unfit, sent her to a maximum security psychiatric prison. I thought it was finally over. I could breathe again, start to piece my life back together. Then, 4 months ago, I got the call. She had escaped. They didn't know how. They had no where she was, just that she was gone. And now, I'm writing this because I can't sleep. I can't eat. Every sound, every shadow feels like her. I check the locks 3 times before bed. The windows, the doorbell camera. I haven't left the house in days. I don't know how much longer I can live like this. I keep thinking I see her in the dark corners of my apartment, hear her whispering through the walls. I keep thinking about that night, her face in the camera, her eyes, those unblinking eyes. If you're reading this and live in southern Kentucky, keep an eye on the news. If something happens to me, if I disappear, it was her. I just hope it's quick. Thank you for venturing into the darkness with us. If you dare to explore further, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more spine-tingling tales of horror and the supernatural. Remember, the shadows hold endless mysteries, waiting to be unveiled. Stay tuned for more bone-chilling stories as we continue to traverse the eerie depths of the unknown together. Until next time, may your dreams be free from the haunting echoes of our tales. Or perhaps not.